What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So if you've ever watched any of my videos, you probably could guess that I'm a huge movie fan in addition to video games. I work in movie clips in a lot of my videos, a lot of funny stuff.
Oh yeah?
And I've been a fan of movies for a very long time. There was probably a point in my 20s where I was way more into movies than video games. It was just this kind of stage in my life that I just got into home theater and just really embraced the start of DVD. But in addition to like action movies and sci-fi and comedy, I've also been a huge fan of documentaries, especially video game documentaries. Some of my favorites being Man vs. Snake, Atari Game Over, Not for Resale, which is one that I actually reviewed on this channel. But my favorite of all time has to be The King of Kong. I'll never forget the first time I watched it. It was in 2006, and I was just blown away by this story. But there's one video game documentary that hasn't been made, and I'm really hoping that happens. Let's get into it. So if you're into video games, and unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know about the Intellivision Amico and this long delay that's going on, the stepping down of Tommy Tallarico as the CEO, and just all the controversy surrounding this launch. There's just so many YouTube channels that have just cropped up that are dedicated to either supporting it or trashing it. And like a lot of you, I'm getting sick of this topic as well. But I can't deny that I find this so interesting. I mean, every day something new seems to come out, and it just spawns all these videos. And it's like this train wreck that you can't turn away from. But as each new revelation comes out, I can't help but think how cool it would be if somebody would make a documentary about the Amico. With all the information that's available to the public, it's really just about putting in some legwork, getting some interviews in addition to the ones that are already out there, and just editing it down into a really nice, concise story. The only problem is we don't have an ending to the story yet, and it's hard to say when that will happen. But as much information is out there to the public, there's got to be so much more that we don't know. Just think if someone on the inside, whether they were a developer or someone in Tommy's inner circle who got tired of how the launch was being handled and decided to leave the company and open up about their experiences. I'm sure there's just so much more information out there that would just blow people's minds, but without something like this happening, we may never hear that side of the story. And you can just picture a lot of the YouTubers that would be in this documentary. You got Darius Truxton, who's been critical from day one, Pat and Ian, you gotta throw them in there, people like Genovi, and obviously the always fence riding and flip-flopping Smash JT, who just can't seem to make up his mind which side he's on. But obviously the focus would also be on Phil Adam and Tommy Tallarico. I could see Tommy kind of taking that role of Billy Mitchell in The King of Kong, depending on how they edited the film. I think that Tommy and Billy have very similar personalities. They're both these uber confident people that just never miss a chance to brag on their accomplishments. And I don't even think you need to interview Tommy for this documentary. I think there's enough stuff floating around that you could just pull it from clips from YouTube and just edit it in the right way. To me, this documentary would be a home run. I mean, it would be a fucking slam dunk. All you need is the right person, whether it's some hotshot kid out of film school or even some seasoned documentary director. I just think that the information is there. It's just doing some legwork and getting it all put together, getting a couple key new interviews with people on the inside. And I think this thing could even win awards, whether it be Cannes Film Festival or even a Golden Globe if it was done right. I mean, hell, I would even put up money for this. I would feel better about giving $10,000 and investing in this movie than I would about getting a return on $10,000 investment in the Intellivision Amico. And I'm being totally serious. I just like pray to God, like please God, I don't ask for much, just please let someone make this movie. There has to be somebody in Hollywood right now that is aware of this story, or maybe even a YouTuber that is really good with this stuff and has the time and could just get maybe a crowdfunding budget together, I would seriously back this project. You can't tell me anybody who's interested in the Amico, whether you're for it or against it, if this movie was on Netflix, you'd watch it. I guarantee it. And that number could be in the millions. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comments section, what do you think about an Intellivision Amico documentary? Do you think there's going to be one? Would you watch it if one were to come out? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you like the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. All right, guys, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.